It's your boy Jalen Wilson. We back at we back at it with another Illini fan rants. Well, I'm saying we when I'm the only one here. I don't know why I'm saying we. Um, Illinois plays Iowa, a top ranked Iowa team. Man, I'm scared of this game. Um, we play a top ranked Iowa team. We just came off a win. Technically, I mean, we had a couple postponed games. I think a postponed game after that win, we beat Penn State slash Northwestern, whatever you want to call them. They're Penn State, but they had Northwestern jerseys on. Uh, so and Iowa's coming off a loss against Indiana, which I believe, if I'm not mistaken, was their second loss of the season. So I know Iowa we will look to thrash Illinois, and they might just do that. Um, I'm saying so much. Let me stop saying. Okay, I'm gonna read you a couple stats for both teams. So Iowa is ranked second in points per game with 90 points, with 90.3 points scored per game. That's amazing. If you ask, that's amazing. Second in NCAA. That's crazy. I don't know what team is first, but man, say that is crazy. Out of I don't know how many teams. They're 241st in points allowed per game with 73.7. Now that rings good news to Illinois. Uh, they're seventh in rebounding at the average 41 rebounds per game. And I'm reading this stuff from my phone. That's why I'm looking down. The third and first half points. Now that's good because if they're third and first half points, that's good for them. That's bad for Illinois. Uh, the eighth in turnovers, which I'm gonna get into that later. Illinois is ranked 10th in points per game with 80 points scored per game. I don't. I mean, if you ask me, it could be better, but I ain't mad at it. Uh, uh, then Illinois is 116th in points allowed per game with 68.9 points allowed. That's good, but I feel like it could be better also. You know, it it really might just be me and my criticism of this team. So I mean, that's not bad though, but it could be a lot better if you ask me. It should be a lot better if you ask me. Um, then Illinois is 11th in rebounds per game. That's that's good. I didn't know that until today. Actually, when I when I typed these notes up, I'm like 11th in rebounding per game. Man, I could never imagine Illinois being that based off how this season is going right now. I mean, Illinois is doing good, but don't get me wrong, it could be a lot better. I'm surprised that we're 11th and not a little bit lower. Then Illinois is 31st in first half points, so I'll get into that later, and I'll get into the keys to Illinois to win this game. Illinois is 158th in turnovers per game at the average 13 turnovers per game. Oh, and Iowa averaged 10 turnovers per game. So, Illinois needs to take care of that ball. Um, Man, when thinking about this game, I'm like, sheesh, this can be a good game for Illinois, or this could be a bad game for Illinois. Simple as that. Because Illinois, they need to come out and do something important. They need to punch Iowa right in the mouth. And I don't mean literally. I mean basketball wise. When I say punch them in the mouth, I mean come out strong, come out showing effort, come out rebounding them, come out efforting them. Come out scoring, come out show more heart than them. Simple as that. Thing I loved about this Illinois team last year is that they had more heart. Illinois beat Iowa one time last year. They split the season series last year, 1-1. But the game that Illinois won, they showed a lot more heart than Iowa. That's what Illinois needs to show. DeMonte and Trent Frazier, y'all gonna have to set the tone with that heart stuff. And Jacob Grandison. I like Jacob Grandison. Remember that. Um, Not only that, Illinois needs to feed Kofi. Well, I ain't gonna say Illinois needs to feed Kofi, they need to, but it's more important that Kofi does good this game. Now, in his past matchups, Kofi has struggled against Luka Garza. And if you know Luka Garza, he's the best. He's the best college big man. I say college big man because he's not an NBA big man. I'm just say that right now. Yes, it's a little bit of hating there. but he needs to do good against Luka Garza. I believe the first matchup he played against Luka Garza, he had 6 points or 8 points and 8 rebounds. That's not so good. Second matchup, uh, he had 12 points and I believe it was 10 rebounds, if I'm not mistaken, or it was close to 10. I'm just like, man, Illinois was able to win one of those games, and that was a 12-point game. So I'm like, man, Illinois really needs to get Kofi going early because he's such a big part of his offense this year now. Like he wasn't. I mean, he's a big part of offense last year, but he's a really more important part of offense this year, man. And then on defense, he has to stop Luka Garza because, like I said, Luka Garza is the best college big man. I'm gonna say that again, college big man right now. Um, and Luka Garza is that dude in college. He's just that dude. He's the dude that he can give you 24 points and 12 rebounds if he wants to. So Illinois needs to stop that man because not yeah Illinois. I was just gonna say Kofi, but Illinois needs to stop that man. But then you got to worry about some shooters on the outside because that's what I was good at shooting. I believe they're top 50 in 3-point shooting, 3-point shooting percentage this year. So Illinois needs to try to close out well this game. Also, Illinois needs to do is turn the ball over, make not turn the ball over, but make Iowa turn the ball over because Iowa, as I read, they're 10th in turnovers per game. That's they only 10th. No, they're 8th in turnovers. I'm sorry, if I'm not mistaken. Let me reread what I said. Yeah, 8th in turnovers. They allowed 10. They turn the ball over 10 times per game, which that's why I got confused just a little bit ago. Uh, but that's been a thing for Illinois. Like they need to force turnovers. Illinois, they don't do a lot of turnover forcing sometimes. They force themselves to turn the ball over. That's the problem. Illinois turns the ball over themselves. They average 13 turnovers per game. I'm like, man, Illinois needs to really need to stop turning the ball over, take care of the ball well, and they need to force Iowa to turn the ball over. Bro, I'm getting mixed up my words right now. I'm sorry. Man, this is such an important game. I get to my predictions in a little bit. I get to my predictions a little bit, but also Iowa needs to show up. He needs to score at least 20 this game, and I think he will. But also Trent Frazier needs to show up. Trent Frazier, he just got snubbed from the Naismith top 20 defensive players right now. They didn't have him on that list. I'm like, I did think he was snubbed. I do think he's been one of the best perimeter defenders, if you ask me. But he isn't the person that gets steals. He's just the person that has good defense, and that don't show on the stat sheet. Steals show up on the stat sheet though. So Trent Frazier needs to come out with type of aggression, type of anger that they held him off that list, and I hope he does because Illinois needs it. Illinois severely needs it sometimes. Adam Miller, he's gonna have to step up. Now I am happy with him. He has been scoring the ball lately. He has been shooting well lately. So that's actually a good thing. It's good to see a freshman get his groove back. Stella got a groove back. Or Adam got his groove back now. Uh, but man, I'm like, it's good that Adam Miller is hitting his stride a little bit his freshman year. I'm like, yeah, Adam Miller, let's go. So Andre Cabello, he's a freshman. That's all I can say. He will have good games where he's effective and it doesn't show up in the stat sheet, or he have bad games where it's effective where he isn't effective and it won't show up in the stat sheet either. Only thing that show up is them turnovers and them fouls because he does foul sometimes a lot. DeMonte Williams, you need to at least knock down 2, 3 threes. You are one of the best 3-point shooters in the nation as percentage wise, and I think you're one of the smartest shot takers because you really only shoot it when you're open, really. Which is why I'm so comfortable with him shooting it all the time. Jacob Grandison, I don't really want to ask much from you. You made a big impact against the Penn State slash Northwestern team. That's what I call me. I know they're Penn State, but they look like Northwestern out there last time Illinois played them. I don't really want to ask much from Jacob Grandison. I just asked him to play good defense Maybe shoot the ball well once or twice. I don't really want to ask much from him, of him. Coleman Hawkins playing good. Even though it doesn't show up on the stat sheet. Yeah, I've been saying that a lot lately. Doesn't show up on the stat sheet, but Illinois has lots of them players. That's kind of the problem too. But Coleman Hawkins, he's a freshman. He's been playing good. He wasn't supposed to really get a lot of minutes this year, but he has due to an injury or two, key injuries for Illinois. So hopefully, he can knock down some shots because he is a floor spacer, which is what Illinois kind of needs with Kofi out there. Georgie Bashanis Philly. Now with Georgie, it's weird because he's had a bounce back season since his sophomore season last year. So it's like I expect at least 10 points from Georgie. I can't really expect great defense because he's not a great defender. He's not really a good defender. He's just a good team defender. You know what I mean? It's like as long as everyone around him doing their job, you really won't see his bad defense. Man, what other players we got on this team? I don't even know. I think I just named all the players. But yeah, that's what Illinois needs to do. That's some things that Illinois players need to do this game. And the last thing I will say is, man, Illinois, you win the rebound battle. You shoot free throws well. A good thing about Illinois against Penn State, they shot free throws a lot. I believe they shot 20 plus free throws that game, which was good. So, Illinois, as long as Illinois gets to the free throw line, gets their gets their free throws to go in. Sorry, I had a little brain fart right there. Illinois should be good. They rebound well, force turnovers. That might be asking for too much though. But I'm gonna get to my prediction right now. My prediction for this game, Illinois doesn't come out good. They come out sluggish first half. They try to fight back second half. It doesn't work. I will take this game. I'm gonna say 82-67 Iowa. Uh, it's been your boy Jalen Wilson with Reelonesproductions. With a new episode of Line Fan Rants. This is the preview for the Iowa Illinois game, and I'm out. Peace, y'all.